beautiful divine souls. My name is Maya Starfire, and I wanted to multitask today because I'm a mom, and in order to do all the things I need to do, sometimes I have to do several things at once. So today I'm going to do a vinyl project. Very short, simple, sweet one that I've done a million times. But I also wanted to touch on the topic of self-empowerment and belief in oneself. Because while I do many things and have many facets, just like I'm sure all of you or most of you out there are and have, I like to infuse spirituality and love in pretty much everything I do. To me, doing vinyl shirts and logos is an art. I'm not a traditional artist, like a painter, or I can't really draw that well. Like I can draw a little bit, but this is one of the things that I've been doing. I picked up during the the COVID thing. I couldn't do massage therapy and hands-on healing at that time, so I was trying to find something that would allow me to still work, and this was something that was thought of. So been doing this for about 5 years now, and it's more like a side thing, but I really do enjoy it, especially when I get to create things for people that come straight from my heart. I do like doing people's business logos, but more than anything, I like creating things for people as an art. So it's like a wearable art. So anyways, enough about that. I think that we're being called to right now really dive deep into our own divinity and our own power, and focusing on what lights us up. And with all the distractions, like there's many distractions happening in the world right now. There's so many that it's hard to keep up, and if you try to keep up, you might just lose like a week, right? So and it's easy to do because there's a lot of serious things happening, and a lot of changes happening, and scary things and sad things. And I for one have completely bypassed like my needs and my spiritual practices because I got too wrapped up in what in the world is going on. So I was doing a meditation the other day, and my guides made it very clear to me that I need to stop being so distracted and just let the world do what it's going to do, because it's ultimately going to do what it's going to do. And if you're like me, I believe that we're watching a movie. I believe that there are too many things happening in a specific way that couldn't already be some kind of a plan or planned out thing, and which is great because I believe that the light is winning, and I believe that we are all growing, we're ascending, we're becoming these beautiful, divine, sovereign beings. But in the meantime, it's so easy to get distracted with all the other things that are going on. And then we're losing touch and losing sight of happenings within our own self and our own growth. And while being informed is important, I believe it's more important to be, self-informed and have that inner knowing and inner standing more than anything right now. Because when the world eventually does what it's going to do, and we all step through that portal together, we're going to be left with ourselves. And to make the process easier, it's important to be grounded into Gaia, basically with our heads in the clouds, but in the cosmos, you know? We need to have this clear center, what is the word I'm thinking of? I'm so sorry. I'm having a very hard memory lapse moment. I'm sorry. I call it mommy brain sometimes. Um, we need to be in alignment is the word. Thank you. We need to be in alignment with everything that we are, everything that we have been, and also everything that we could be. And we need to keep the focus on the people around us, yes, but also ourselves. We've got to maintain that strong, sturdy love of self so that we have more to give to everybody else, right? So here's this. My friend has a salon, so that's today's. It was super easy. I'm gonna take a shirt and I'm gonna put it on. So give me 1 minute. And there really isn't many hours in the day anymore either. So, like being too informed and overly informed and then getting so informed that you start to confuse yourself can be a detriment, right? Because I'm having to do basically 3 things at once right now because my little one happens to be taking a nap, which is great. Like we all have to, figure things out and shift things around and move things about. And especially when we are multifaceted, right? And multifaceted is awesome because, there's a balance that comes in there. So with little time we have in the day now, it's important that we use it wisely in a balanced way so we can have enough groundedness and love for ourselves within our heart and our souls to be able to expand and reach further and be able to affect more out there. And the more we affect out there, just even being in someone's presence sometimes can ignite this light. And it's important that we maintain that light within inside of us. I'm sure you all know most of this already. Like, the happier you are, the happier you treat others. And then if someone gets smiled at or treated well, they go on and they do it to the next person. And it's like the domino effect, but in the best way possible. As speaking about, affecting people, like children, they really, I mean, it's corny to say, but they are our future. And they are so important right now because the way a little child can affect somebody else just by being themselves, like that is the perfect example of what we all need to be honing in on, like our authenticity and just being who we are and being in the moment. And just anybody who witnesses how happy you are and how much of yourself you are can affect a total shift in consciousness for them. You watch a child walk into a store just so happy to be there, just picking things out and so excited about whatever it is they're seeing. It affects the people who witness her. So, we're all observing each other while observing ourselves and then observing all the other things, right? But it's amazing to watch a little child be able to just to spark someone into something into someone so quickly and so like strongly. It's just such a strong current that these children have. And it's just amazing to watch. And then I think we forget that we have that ability too. And all we need to do is be in the moment, be ourselves, be joyous with everything life has to give us, right? Like we lose perspective on how easy we have it, on how much we have, and how glorious this world really is. Because while there's politics and drama and crime and all these other terrible things in the world, there's also so much beauty and joy all around us. If you just take a minute to take yourself out of the drama that usually, most of the time, has nothing to do with you or the people who love you or the people you're around, you take that moment to just observe, like, the beauty of life, like butterflies. My daughter was chasing a butterfly earlier, and it was the most beautiful thing because she was so happy, and just seeing that butterfly lit her up inside. And then she was trying to chase after it, and it was the most beautiful thing I think I saw today, right? And it's important that we do that too. Like, I embarrass myself and my teenagers sometimes because I'll stop and I'll talk to a bird in the middle of, a road on the street. And while, serious adults are out behind me, or like, what is she doing? She's a crazy lady. I'm in the moment. I'm trying to communicate and connect with another sentient life. And in that moment, I do believe that they can feel this positivity coming off of me. And then I feel their life force also. I think we should all be watching children just in their natural state and following suit. Like, let's just be children. Let's just be happy. Let's just be totally in awe and wonderment with things we just completely bypass and don't even pay attention to anymore. And I know life happens, right? Like, I'm totally aware life happens and things get irritated and our emotions get in the way of the all that is. But I believe that the more we are ourselves and we're in the moment and we are happy about just life and what Source has given us and what Gaia has given us and what the elementals do and what the angels do for us on a daily basis, the more we can hone in on that, the more it will continue to just be a natural flow of being, right? And children really are our best teachers. They are the ones that are going to show us how to be authentic. They are the ones to remind us, hey, there's some mud. Let's go play in it. What a wonderful idea, right? Like, let's get some of Gaia all over our skin and soak in that natural, wonderful essence that is her, while also being able to have her suck out any negative low vibration we have within us just because we're walking around in this element that can be harsh. My daughter has so many times pulled me out of my head and got me to enjoy something that I probably wouldn't have thought of on my own. And we are so powerful. We're so powerful. We have no idea. And the power even increases volumes when we get together or we witness each other in this joy, in this laughter, in this love. And I'm just so happy to be here at this time. And I know there's a lot of drama, and I know there's a lot of things that are low vibrational and terrible to witness and to see. I know that. I'm completely aware of all the nastiness. But I'm also aware of all the beauty and the joy. And I just want us to be able to soak up that joy and to expand and to be able to send it out into the world. And I believe that the more we can notice and the more we can expand and the more we can send out to the world, the brighter and more light filled this world will be, and how much harder it will be for any darkness to seep in or to stay. We are light workers. We are light warriors. We are here to defend Mother Gaia and humanity, and the real humanity, not the fake humanity we've heard about or we're told to believe because we're, not brilliant enough to figure it out. But the humanity that I know, that you know, is in all of us. That is all of us. We are divine beings. We are here on a mission. This is a wonderful time to be alive. And I understand why my soul chose to be here now. I understand that. And I know why your soul chose to be here now too. And with all the garbage and the junk that most of us have been through, it was for a reason. And I know that's like a cliche thing to say, but it's true. I am not the same person I was when I was a teenager in my 20s. Not even close. I needed to be broken down and experience life to be the person I am today. And I'm going through this awakening with all of you, and I'm enjoying seeing everyone grow in the beautiful ways they can. And I'm just so happy to be here. And I can't wait for us to all be able to be closer and face to face. I know that day is coming. I know it is. I know that community is going to be the thing of the future. I know that that's the next step. The next step of growth is to be near each other and to be able to feel these wonderful energies vibrating off of each other in person. And I know that's only going to make us stronger, and I know that's only going to make this world brighter and more beautiful. And I thank you for being here. If you took the time to come watch me rant and do one of my things, I thank you so much. If you did stop by, I can't wait for connection. I can't wait for tribe. I can't wait for soulmates. I can't wait. And I can already see it happening. It's happening so much on such a big scale and a little scale. And one of the next things I probably want to talk about is about forgiveness and holding space and empathy. And having empathy for those who may not have the same ideas about you or same ideas that you do. And being able to love them regardless. It's one of the things I've currently had to have gone through, that I did go through and experienced and had to grow from this, was being completely hurt and crushed by someone that I loved because of something that had nothing to do with us. It was over a political view, and never in my life have me and this person argued about that. Never once in my life have I experienced that. We've always just, you believe this, I believe that. You like this, I like that. And that's the way it should be. And then just don't, if it makes you emotional, then we just won't talk about it, right? So I recently went through a situation where, because there's so much divisive, ugly, manipulative stories out there, things that make people change, like their entire face just changes because of this thing that has really nothing to do with them. And, all sides do it, right? We hear one thing, it makes us emotional, it gets to our core, and then we become angry and frustrated about it. But never once should we be looking at that person we love and know and think anything differently because they have a separate idea or a separate belief. And that is one of the struggles our world is going through, is knowing you can love someone and cherish them and respect them regardless of what they think, regardless of who they believe in or what side of the boat you're going to be on, right? It's the hardest thing that humanity is having to overcome, and it was purposely put there. And hopefully most of you know that. And I know sometimes it's a hard thing to get over, but it's imperative that we get over this because it's infiltrated my family, people I love, to the hardest most insane degree that I've seen it ever happen before, to where they didn't even look the same to me. And it's a scary thought to think that people you know and love are changing like this. Instead of being angry and think that they are evil, know that they are confused and hurt and manipulated, and hold space for them and love them no matter what comes out of their mouth in that moment when their face changes. No matter. And it's not a hard thing to do. It took me about a month to get over my hurt. That was my story. But I know that if we can overcome this division, there's nothing that anything that the dark can do to hold us back and hold us down. Nothing. Once we come together and realize that we are the power, we are the magic, we are the ones that create this reality together, there'll be no stopping us. There's no stopping us now, but I believe that the progress will move forward a lot faster. So anyways, I ranted on my rant and then ranted again. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I love you. No, I really do. I love all of you. I love you for being here. If you stopped by and you took the 20 minutes out of your day to listen to me, even if you listen for 5 minutes, thank you so much. Have a very blessed day.